You're watching Football Daily, and here's this week's biggest transfer news and headlines. We've asked you guys to keep an eye out for any transfer rumours and to tweet them in. So if you'd like to be involved next week, make sure you follow us on Twitter and hit us up with the hashtag TransferTalk to me at Zach Jellab or the Football Daily account. Come and follow us. We begin in London, where Tottenham's injured fullback Danny Rose is looking for an exit door out of White Hart Lane. The Daily Express claimed the 27-year-old is wanted by Jose Mourinho, as Luke Shaw has fallen out of favour, having only played one game this season against the almighty Burton Albion. It was only a few months ago Rose came out to suggest that Spurs need to buy players he doesn't have to Google, and that he would like to end his career up north, nearer to home. One player that could be leaving Old Trafford though is Anthony Martial, with Catalan paper Mundo Deportivo making front-page headlines ahead of a reported move to Barcelona. The media outlet claim he is Valverde's #1 target next summer, and that the player would be open to a move if he does not start getting more game time at Old Trafford. Barca aren't the only interested party though, as Arsene Wenger, who is a self-confessed long-term admirer of Martial, also wants to make a move when Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil both leave the club. With Martial a potential incoming at the Camp Nou, some players could well be shown the exit door, including Paco Alcácer and Gerard Deulofeu. Alcácer, who joined the Blaugrana last season under Luis Enrique, has struggled to make any impression and would be open to leaving, but only if it meant staying in Spain, according to Sport. As for Deulofeu, the situation is even trickier. As the La Masia graduate only rejoined the club this summer, he is desperate to stay and make an impression under Valverde, who himself doesn't believe he can cut it amongst the European elite. The Metro have our next story, and we go to Paris, where PSG are set to make a fresh move for N'Golo Kante. The Ligue 1 outfit made an inquiry into the small midfielder after his title-winning campaign with Leicester, but are now hoping the illustrious signings of Neymar and Mbappe will attract him to the club. PSG manager Unai Emery has identified the 26-year-old as the perfect candidate to reinforce the one area of his squad that is light on numbers, especially with Thiago Motta now 35. But let's be honest, Chelsea won't be letting him go. We go to Germany now, and things are going a bit Pete Tong for Bayern Munich new boy James Rodriguez, according to Bleacher Report. Munich are said to be considering ending the 2-year loan spell of the Real Madrid winger after only 3 months, as new manager Jupp Heynckes is not keen on the player. The dismissal of Carlo Ancelotti has left the Colombian without his biggest fan, who brought him to Madrid in 2014, and according to the website, Heynckes is not counting on James for the current campaign. Plus, the Bavarian club would save almost 50 million euros if they decide to cut ties with the player. What do you guys think? Vote in the poll now to decide. Just before we head over to our next transfer story, make sure you follow our new Instagram page at FDFC_UK. We have launched a football team with all your favourite FD faces. We're hoping to put a new spin on things and have a lot of great things planned, which will involve you, the viewer. Go and follow it and make sure you watch this space. We head to Manchester now and to the Blue Half, where the Telegraph are claiming that Pep Guardiola will spend big this January on a player who isn't even going to the World Cup. Yes, that man is Transfer Talk favourite Alexis Sanchez, and the paper claim that several Arsenal players believe the 28-year-old will be leaving in January. City made a £60 million bid last summer for the Chilean, which the Gunners accepted on the one condition that they signed a replacement, which didn't happen. In January, Sanchez will be free to talk to any club as his contract ends in 6 months. So this way, Arsenal can cash in now instead of getting nothing later. But we want to know what you guys think. Will this happen, or is it just rubbish? Let us know by voting in the poll. We stick with the Sky Blues, as Guardiola doesn't just want a forward, but also a more defensive-minded player. The Manchester Evening News claim Man City are ready to beat PSG to the signing of Fabinho for £67 million to add to their ever-growing squad. The midfielder would be a more than adequate replacement for the 32-year-old Fernandinho, who is 9 years older. However, with Monaco having already let Bakayoko, Silva, Mendy and Mbappe leave, they hardly need the cash, meaning the figure may rise. And finally, we finish where we began, London, as L'Equipe has reported on a story which has us all baffled, and it involves the little Iniesta. Christ. Yes, according to the French paper, Spurs rejected a loan move from Nice for Harry Winks. The decision to reject the move allegedly came from Mauricio Pochettino himself, showing that the Argentine has faith in the 21-year-old. And it now looks set that the midfielder is to be given a new contract, which will double his wages to 40k a week. Keep in mind that it's 10,000 less than what Dele Alli is earning. That's mental. So I hope you guys liked that video. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed that, why not check out the video on screen right now? I'm sure it is great. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.